human moon is wrong. Beautiful, yes, but wrong. What was once a pale gray wasteland now gleams like obsidian glass. From orbit it shimmers, a mirror scar left by their own hand. When the humans destroyed the Atraxi here, they burned their own moon. And then they built upon it. They call it New Tranquility. A city beneath a massive dome of glass, glittering with reflected sunlight and the faint glow of Earthrise. We came to make peace, to understand the species that ended a war by ending a world. Our atmosphere differs from theirs, so my entourage and I wore temperature regulators. The humans found this amusing. They joked that we looked like cosplayers. I still don't know what that means. They were warm, hospitable, smiling. Every greeting was confident, every handshake firm enough to bruise, and yet beneath their laughter I sensed a tension as though each of them had learned to stand ready even in peace. They showed us factories, gardens, habitats, all thriving, rebuilt in less than a decade. The speed at which humans rebuild is unnatural. We thought we understood adaptation, we were wrong. Our final stop was a school. Their education centers resemble ours in principle. Information, socialization, growth, but the content. The walls were covered in diagrams of weaponry. Old maps of ancient wars, timelines of empires rising and falling. One wall displayed something called World War II. Another listed the Cold War, which, by human standards, was peace. The instructor smiled as he taught the children game theory, the mathematics of conflict. Children barely past infancy, calculating resource distribution, predicting opponent behavior. They solved equations for risk versus reward and called it fun. I wrote in my notes. Human offspring begin tactical training at age 6. Then came what they call recess, a period of so-called play. I witnessed children climbing vertical walls with their bare hands, practicing controlled falls. Others swung from metal bars, launching themselves into the air, landing, rolling, laughing. To us, it looked like drop training for emergency landings. A group played a game called dodgeball. Spherical projectiles hurled with alarming speed, their objective to strike, evade, survive. I saw one child take a direct hit to the face, fall, and laugh as his friends helped him up. Pain is entertainment to them. Failure is a lesson. Later they brought us to what they called the computer lab. Teenagers sat around glowing tables, moving carved pieces across grids, chess they called it. There was also something called Warhammer. I decided not to ask. Entire civilizations and battles reduced to rules, turns, and probabilities. They play simulations of conquest for recrees. One student proudly showed me her e-sport, piloting virtual machines in digital arenas, commanding fleets and armies. When I asked if these were merely simulations, she laughed and said, "No, this is just a game." Her teacher nodded approvingly. I could not tell if it was a joke. Humans have a way of blurring that line. By the time we departed, the glass dome above shimmered with sunset, the earth hanging blue above it all, reflected in every panel like an unblinking eye. My aides remained silent until we cleared orbit. Then one whispered, "They train their young for war, like it's just a game." I did not correct her. I could not. The humans have rebuilt faster than we believed possible. They teach strategy as play and unity through conflict. We must maintain peace at all costs, never provoke them as the Atraxi did. Their laughter